Hi.
Go.
Hi. My name is John. This is my partner and my dad, Mark. We are John Cricket Socks, and our mission is a spring happiness. This show about a spring happiness show.
It's the Spreading Happiness show, huh?
Yes. A good evening.
All we want to do is share, 15 minutes, 20 minutes or so, and spread some happiness. Put a smile on your face, right?
Yes. I should get started.
We'll tell some jokes. We'll banter a bit, share about our days.
Yeah, I talk
Uh,
about my girlfriend.
we could talk about your girlfriend if you want. That'll bring on the drama.
Now.
Um, and we'll listen to you. We love hearing comments. If you comment, tell us where you're from so we can respond. Okay. So it's been a good week,
Yeah, good week.
busy week. Let's see. Last Thursday, when we left this show, we went right to do something else. We spoke to
Uh,
the University of
you
Houston.
to Houston.
Professor Muriel Martinez has a class in the School of Ophthalmology that trains professionals to be medical professionals uh, to work with people with different abilities. And so I think we've spoken to that class 4 years in a row now.
We
You
did.
like doing that, right?
Yes.
The students are engaged and interested.
I'm really cool. I'm very interesting.
And, and here's one of the realities people with different abilities oftentimes are underserved. And it's not necessarily a socioeconomic issue. People frequently, if you have a different ability, have difficulty explaining what's going on. They can be hard to understand sometimes. And therefore, they might even be nonverbal. And therefore, it's hard sometimes for doctors to know what's happening. And it also requires a lot of patience. So that was a great group.
That is wonderful.
And then we had a couple calls Friday, and we got in the car, and we were off for the weekend.
The Cape.
That Cape, off the Cape Cod. Huh?
Cape Cod.
How was that? A good trip?
Good trip is fun.
We took the ferry. You like taking the ferry?
I love very.
Taking the ferry over to Connecticut. We stopped in Providence.
I get myself pretzel.
So Providence is a great little city. It's got a lot of interesting things going on. It's got some great Italian food, but not for John. John, when he stops in Providence, when you even drive past Providence, means one thing. A stop at, what's the name of the place?
Mordred Barkley.
The Malted Barley, which is this really great little craft beer place. But they sell these stuffed pretzels that John just loves, right?
Yeah.
You got some good ones?
Yes.
I couldn't even go near the place. Right? I'm trying to eat healthy. I'm like, oh, stand back, Satan. Don't be tempting me. And then Saturday, we made it out to the Cape.
Yeah, we did.
Though not before you stopped for one of your favorite foods that you love, particularly around Cape Cod.
Lobsters.
A lobster roll.
Roll.
Where'd we get that? Remember the name of the place?
Yes.
Where?
Lobster pot.
The Lobster Pot in Wareham. You like that? don't you?
I love lobsters.
Yes. But we went and visit our friends Paul and Ann Niles.
Yeah, and then John Flynn.
John Flynn came up from Connecticut. You know how John got there? He rode his bicycle. Took him 2 days. John lives near Hartford.
He took a bag over.
You didn't
to
know
Cape-
that?
No.
Oh, that's how John gets around. He rides his bicycle. And he doesn't like staying in hotels, so he sleeps on the side of the road.
What?
I mean, I did that when I was young. I bet you didn't know that, did you?
I didn't know better.
Did you know I rode my bicycle from Oregon, from Portland, Oregon to Omaha, Nebraska once? I was a far younger man, and I was much less of the man than I am now. And I would just sleep on the side of the road. Kind of crazy. I once rode my bicycle from Cape Cod to Washington, D.C.,
Wow.
and then Washington, D.C. back to New York. And your mom and I, we used to take vacations and ride from Long Island up to Cape Cod.
Yes.
That was fun.
It's fun. I love it.
So we saw Paul and Ann. Paul and Ann are just, we're longtime friends in college. Paul was best man at my wedding. What an amazing group of people they are, right?
It's really fun.
They just retired. Paul was the headmaster at the Lighthouse Charter School. He was one of the founding teachers, and Annie was an administrator after years of teaching at the Cape Cod Technical
Tech.
School, Cape Cod Tech. Um, what wonderful people. It's so great to see them, right? And John Flynn, we love talking music with John Flynn.
Yes.
We hung out, did a little bit of walking. We went to the trampoline farm.
Yeah, I did.
Everybody got to see John jumping up and down on the trampolines. You like that?
I do.
And we did bumper boats.
Yeah,
You like that? What'd you do in the bumper boats?
I give it that way.
Oh, you got me wet. You like that?
I love it.
Yeah, well, I'm going to get even with you. You
Good.
be careful. Don't turn your back on me.
Good, I will.
And,
Oh, by the way,
yes.
for the record,
Yeah.
I might have met him. I jumping down a trampoline.
yes.
I really did.
What?
I landed on my butt.
John was trying to like land on his butt and pop back up. But really what he wound up doing was just bouncing up and down on his butt. And then Sunday we spent some time out in Provincetown.
Yeah, probably.
Wandered around. That was pretty cool.
It's so much fun. And I created a create a little village.
You like Provincetown, huh?
I do.
It's Provincetown is this fascinating place. It's still got old fishing roots, still got some Portuguese in it, but they got the Pilgrim Monument because when the Pilgrims came over, they docked their boat, the Mayflower, off of Provincetown,
Wow.
and that's where they came up with the Mayflower Compact. Now, yes, they went ashore at Plymouth, but it was out in Provincetown where they set that up, and there's a little museum
Yes.
about the Pilgrims out there. It's long got an arts history. Eugene O'Neill used to live out there.
Yes.
The Provincetown Players is a great art place. Plus, you get music. There's a folk singer I like named Lucy Kaplansky, who I know lives out there part of the year. So it's a neat place. Plus, for a long time, Provincetown was a gay haven at a time when it was against the law. I mean, it's incredible to think about this. Awful. It was against the law to be gay. But Provincetown said, hey, we welcome everybody. So Provincetown is a wonderful, fun
Right.
place to go
And
visit. Right?
by the way, this weekend,
Yes.
my friend Rissa,
Marissa.
she's going to the Cape this weekend.
She's going to the Cape this weekend.
Yeah.
A lot of people going to the Cape.
Because she's going to Brewster.
Brewster. That's where Paul and Ann live.
Yeah.
Brewster.
Yeah, I close. Rissa, I if you listen to us, you should go trampoline farm.
The trampoline farm, that's fun, right?
That'd be
Plus,
fun.
there's all the mini golf up there.
I mean, golf.
You like all that?
That's fun.
So, when we left the Cape, we didn't come home, did we?
No, we didn't.
Where'd we go to?
We fly out to Detroit.
We went right to LaGuardia Airport,
I like LaGuardia.
flew to Detroit, hopped in a car, and rode over to Perrysburg, Ohio.
Right, and by the way,
Yes.
me and my dad hop off, and we stop and roll.
Not really, now, did we? So, Perrysburg, Ohio is outside of
Perrysburg.
Toledo.
Holy Toledo.
Holy Toledo! And we had the opportunity, and this was so cool. We had the opportunity to speak with the Culture Conference for the Northern Ohio, Michigan, Keller Williams Group. Keller Williams, a national real
yes.
estate firm. This is the second time we spoke at one of their conferences, and I'm telling you, it's inspiring. What they do is they highlight and give awards to their people, their real estate agents and other staff, for the way they give back and support the community. And we heard so many amazing stories. And met great
Incredible.
people. We get up and we share our story, and John tries to offer a little inspiration, right?
Right,
And they seemed to like it. They all got up and cheered.
absolutely.
And all these people lined up, wanted photos with John.
Oasis.
I-O!
Oasis.
I-O!
Oasis.
You like that, don't you, buddy?
I do.
We came back. We met with some friends yesterday. The days, I always mess up their name.
Craig and Sarah.
who from Blitz Media, and what they do is they work with the service providers, direct service providers who work with people with different abilities, and they help them with their staffing and help them hire people because it's hard to get good people.
Right.
And today, boy, did we have fun today. Where'd we go?
We went to a science learning
The
center.
The Center for Science, Learning, and Teaching,
Yes, I love that.
which was really cool. You know, you like science,
I
right?
love science.
And you're always curious and learning. So it was a great place for you. It turns out that the Center for Science, Teaching, and Learning, the CSTL, that's their acronym, they among things they feature are these animatronic dinosaurs. And it turns out they have more animatronic dinosaurs than any place in New York State. And they were unveiling a new one today.
Yes,
You like visiting there?
I did.
And they have some live animals, and they got a lot of exhibits.
I've been who with us.
Well, no, he wanted to take a few of the animals home. What ones did you see? Remember, what live animals did we see?
We saw T-Rex.
We did not see a live T-Rex.
Oh, we
Please.
we saw dragon lizard.
The dragon lizard, the Komodo dragon, you saw that.
I saw that one.
A chameleon.
Chameleon and goat.
Goats, and you were feeding the
I'm
goats
feeding
some
them
hay.
goat.
As long as you were feeding them, they were your best friend.
Hey.
And when you weren't feeding them, they didn't care. But that was neat.
Yes, it's neat.
And Rayanne Havasi, who is the Dr. Havasi, who's the director there and organizes it, she does great work. And we're looking to do some things with them. We're going to look to collaborate. Some of that may be, I think we're going to develop a line of science socks to support them.
Yeah, I love science.
And I think we may do some science shows
Well, I'm so excited.
where Rayanne and others from there would do science experiments with you and show. We want to, what does she say? Rayanne says they want to show that that science is fun, and they make it fun and enjoyable. Right?
Right.
You're all over fun, aren't you?
I did.
Today was also, kind of not really a bittersweet day, but we've had this wonderful summer intern, our autism intern program, working with us, Victoria Slattery, who's been doing some designs for us. She designed a logo for our new JCS Champions program that we'll unveil next week. She did some stickers and some social media work, and tomorrow's her last day. So met with Victoria today via Zoom to wrap up. She did a wonderful job.
That's great.
It was really fortunate that we got to work with Victoria. So that's an awful lot of good stuff,
Yeah,
huh?
and I want to share good news.
More good news. Go ahead.
My good friend Isabel,
Isabel, your friend Isabel.
and she is moving in Connecticut.
She's moving to Connecticut.
She's moving to Connecticut because she's going to go to school there. She's going to go to school. She's going to college right near Bridgeport, Fairfield. She's going to study special education.
Special education. And what's the name of the school, remember? Sacred Heart University in Fairfield County. So congratulations to her.
And she's going to a tour.
Right? So
I'm really happy for her.
that's really cool. And you know what happened this week, the 26th? It was the 32nd anniversary for the signing.
Yeah, I signed for American Disability Act. My former friend, I stuck buddy with him. George W. Bush. President Bush. He signed American Disability Act.
And it's worth noting this because that changed the world for millions of people, including John. If there was no ADA, there would be no John's Crazy Socks. It gave you access to the education you got.
Yeah, Dad.
Right? It guarantees it's civil rights legislation that gives access in the public arena, employment locations, to people with disabilities. It was bipartisan.
Yes.
In the Senate, I know Republican Bob Dole worked on it. On the Democratic side, Tom Harkin and Senator Ted Kennedy were big sponsors of it. And it was signed by a Republican president. And, in a time when we often doubt or wonder about what government can do, it's great to recognize the positive things that government can do, like pass a bill like the Americans with Disabilities Act. So that was very cool.
Yeah.
All right, you got some jokes to tell?
Yeah, can I get that this weekend?
Well, why don't we talk jokes, and then we can talk about what you're doing this weekend.
Okay. 2 songs. What did you get when you caught an elephant and a fish?
What do you get when you cross an elephant and a fish?
Swimming trunks. What what happened when ice cream get angry?
What happens when ice cream gets angry?
It had a meltdown.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
jeez. Okay. Okay, so I was talking to your brother the other day, and he was telling me that he found out that bacon and soda was better than toothpaste. I said, no, not bacon and soda, baking soda. And I was thinking the other day, listen to this guy go on. I got all upset. I get all upset when people, they go on and on like they're all intellectual talking about Mozart, and they've never even seen one of his paintings. All right, I have one right up your alley. Why did the girl throw the alarm clock out the window?
Because you wanted.
Because she wanted to see time fly.
Time fly.
Okay, let's check in, see who is out there.
What about this weekend?
Oh, this weekend, what's going on?
This weekend, Saturday.
Well,
Tomorrow.
Friday.
Tomorrow, Friday. Tomorrow night, I'm going to see Chris Rose as stand-up comedy.
Well, Chris Roach, and John's become friendly with Chris Roach because you met him first when he was the opening act for Kevin James, and he was in that Kevin James TV show.
Yes.
But Chris is a really great guy and a very funny comedian. So we think we'll go see him at a club tomorrow.
I'm going to see him tomorrow.
You're going to bring him some socks?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
And then Saturday,
right?
We both need haircuts.
We need haircuts, right? If you notice, I'm starting to look like a man from the mountains.
Yeah, I look like Scissor Pest.
You kind of sort of look like a chia pet.
Yeah, I'll probably get an afro.
So we'll get some haircuts, right?
And then I have a date.
Ooh.
With Stephanie, my girlfriend.
You and the girlfriend are still together, huh?
We sit together in this city, and we're gonna do a local mall. It's a Walt Whitman Mall. I'm going to California Pizza Kitchen. And I go walk around the mall. I'll go to Starbucks.
I now love that mall. You know why? Because on October 8th, we are going to stage a fashion show at that mall.
Yes, I'm really
Another
excited.
face of beauty, and all of the models are going to have different abilities.
Yes.
Is that going to be cool?
Yes.
Very cool.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I love you.
Oh, Jesus! And your mother's head is now spinning. You want to check in with folks who's out there? Casey Schilling has a joke for you, John.
Okay.
Why do ducks have feathers?
I don't know.
To cover their butt quack. Jerry Campbell saying hello.
Hello.
Melody is in Medina, Ohio.
Always.
Ohio. And Jerry Campbell says that I just received my first purchase of socks. Love my crazy socks. Such a happy purchase. Thank you, John. Oh, John S. or John Schneider for handpicking my socks. Thank you for spreading happiness. Yeah, one of the cool things, right? If you order socks from us, here's a couple things to know. If you order socks from John's Crazy Socks, you're going to get great socks, right? We have over 29,000 five-star reviews. And
Right.
it's the world's largest sock store. How many socks do we have?
We have 4,000 different kinds of socks in the sources.
And you're going to get it right away. We do great service, same day shipping. But here's the real thing. When you buy from us, you enable us to hire people with different abilities. More than half of our colleagues have a different ability. And you enable us to give back. We donate 5% of our earnings to.
A Special Olympics.
And why the Special Olympics?
I am a Special Olympic athlete. I'm a big sexy.
Big sexy, huh? And a number of our colleagues are Special Olympic athletes. Some of us have coached in it. So we've raised over $500,000 for our charity partners. So think about it. You buy, you get great socks, you get great service, but you help us. You make a difference. You join us and you help us hire people with different abilities. You help us give back. And most of all, Jerry, we so appreciate this. You help us spread happiness. You know where Jerry is? She's
Where?
right near us. We're in Farmingdale. Our office is in Farmingdale. We live in Huntington.
Oh yeah,
She's in
I'm
Massapequa.
in the Pequa.
Ruth says, thank you for all the joy and positivity.
Thank you.
Casey, we already told you her joke. She hopes you have an awesome evening. And our friend Jethro down in Florida is saying hello. And one of the Slatteries is chiming in. Hope you love the Cape. Did you see any sharks?
I wish.
You saw some the week before at the aquarium, right? You don't really want to see them when you're out in the water. You particularly don't want to be wearing barbecue sauce when you see them in the water. Joan is saying hello.
Hi,
She
Joan.
says, yikes, that would be something, John, if you saw a live T-Rex. Oh, Victoria is out on the wire.
Hi,
Says, "Thank you."
Victoria.
Says she had a wonderful experience. We hope so, Victoria. We really appreciate
Yeah,
what you
I
did.
appreciate you, Victoria. I really appreciate it.
And let's see. David is saying thank you. He loves everything that's happening. Victoria has a joke.
Okay.
What did the shark say when he ate a clownfish?
I don't know.
That tastes a little funny. And it might be David's birthday. So if it is, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And Jean says, hello from the Wileys.
Hello.
Joan says she remembers the Walt Whitman Mall many years ago. She's sure it's changed a lot over the past decade, and the fashion show sounds great.
Yeah.
So I grew up out here, right? When I was a little kid, I vaguely remember when they opened the mall.
The bowling alley by.
They used to have a bowling alley, right? Used to have a bowling alley. It wasn't part of the mall. It's next to the mall. There was a movie theater there, and before the church, before St. Elizabeth's was built, that's where they said mass, in the movie theater.
Wow.
And in the middle of the mall, there was a giant bird cage. It was very different then. There was Macy's and A&S. In the middle of the mall, there was a store called McCrory's.
Wow.
It was like a five and dime type place. But it was long ago. And 4th of July, they used to shoot fireworks off there. I remember going as a little kid with my family. We'd go see the fireworks.
Yep.
Let's see. Peggy says hi from Massapequa.
Hi, Peggy.
Says you make her smile.
Thank you.
Well, that's what we want to do. We want to spread some happiness. All right, buddy. So listen, folks, if here's some things you can join. We have a podcast. What's the name of the podcast?
A Spring Happiness Podcast.
It's 30 minutes to make you smile, make you feel good. You can find it on all the normal podcast platforms. We put a link for it down below. If you want, every Tuesday afternoon, John hosts an online dance party. Come join the dance party. Bring your friends. You can find a link at our website. We put a link for that down below. And what's our website?
John'sCrazySocks.com.
And we shared some other things down below. Plus, we put a link, the Facebook link to the good folks at Keller Williams and the Center for Science, Learning and Teaching. What a fabulous place.
I love it.
Right. All right, folks.
Thank you
Have a
so
great
much.
week. We'll see you next week.
Oh.